everyone, and so we're going to continue with the topic of love. In the previous episode, I talked about love through the greatest commandment that talks about loving God with all your soul, heart, and mind. And now I want to tackle the second bit, and I want to tackle about loving your neighbor as you love yourself. Again, it goes back to the same thing. Loving your neighbor as you love yourself. Like I said before, what love is, and I tackled that love requires that you let go or sacrifice certain things to be able to show the person that you love them. In many occasions, the true love comes in unconsciously. You do not just plan to say, okay, let me do this to show this person that I love them. Let me do the other to show this person that I love them. Let me sacrifice my time to show this person that I love them. But somehow it comes unconsciously. And true love does just that. In the previous episode, I talked about the sacrifice, and I gave two scriptures. I talked about the first one being John chapter 3, verses 16, and talking about God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. And I also talked about Romans chapter 5 and verses 8, which says, and I love the New King James Version, which uses the word demonstrate. It says God demonstrates his word. He didn't meanwhile say God demonstrated. No. It says God demonstrates his love through the giving of his child. He says God demonstrates his love for us, that when we're yet sinners, he gave his only Son. And so we are conduits of love. The love has to flow through us. If we are to take on the very nature of our Creator, being love, and then love has to radiate out of us. We have to show love to everybody. We have to show love to people around us. Sometimes you do not have to speak Christianity, but the love that you pass on to people, the love that you show people is enough to attract them to your faith. You cannot say you love somebody when you want to bring them down every time. You cannot say you love somebody when you steal from them. You cannot say you love somebody when you do not help them. You cannot say you love somebody when you bear false witness against them. The moment you do anything that is not fair, that you would not feel comfortable being done to, then you do not love anyone. That is not love. We need to understand what love is and be able to pass love to our neighbors. And I think this would be a better place. It says, love your neighbor the way you love yourself. And I've heard people say, I do not like so and so. I do not like the other person. Ladies and gentlemen, the love that is required of us is the love that is unconditional, that has no boundaries, that does not check whether somebody has done the same to you or not. Play your part as a child of God and show love to everybody. Let the love of Christ radiate through us because we are earthen vessels. Christ uses us to express his love, to express who he is, to express his nature. Let's learn to go back to the drawing board and work on ourselves and say, okay, this is where we're falling short. with the help of God, can we do better? And yes, we can. And how I want to see the world full of love of Christ, I can only imagine. I hope this yields fruit. I hope this speaks to someone's heart. I hope somebody can be able to meditate through this. Thank you for listening. I hope this bears fruit. Till next time.